A lot of people want to start data science and artificial intelligence solution development to optimize their production process, but don't know if they have whatever they need to start this project in terms of data. Usually, we need to make 3 checks to be sure that we can start with such a project before engaging to the full phase of the project. First step is to check what is the data that you need to solve your problem. If you have a maintenance issue on a machine and that you want to detect when the machine is not behaving normally and is about to fail, you need data to characterize the health of the machine. So you need vibration data, maintenance logs, or any other data about the machine itself. If you move to a quality optimization problem, then you might need sensors that show the process is actually correctly set compared to the set points that configure the lines. So for this, you need, for example, pressure sensors, temperature sensors in all the zones of your production processes to be sure that what you actually apply on your material is exactly what you apply in the line setting. In general, for such project of data science, we need sensors telemetry, we need data from maintenance logs, we need data from quality analysis, and we need some process feedback on specific period of time where some events happened. If you have such information available to start a project, then you move to step 2. And this step 2 is actually check if you have all these information that you identified as important to have to start the project available already in your databases. If it's not the case, maybe you need to install some sensors and start collecting the data so afterwards you can start the project. Sometimes the sensors are installed but not storing data in databases. They are just there to monitor and to give information on operators on what's happening, but not register. So with all these identified sources of data, you need to be sure that they are collected. And the third step is to make sure that you have enough historical data to start training your algorithm. For example, for predictive maintenance, if you work on an engine failure that you know happens every 5 years, but you have only 2 years of data, it's not likely that you have an event of engine failure that is registered within your data. So your machine learning algorithm will not have any data to look in to find things that lead to this failure of the engine. Finally, if you have all these indicators in green, it means you can start a project, but we always recommend to start first with a feasibility assessment phase to be sure that the data that you have in your databases and your system, even if it's covering a sufficient period of time, can still answer your problematic. For example, you can have all of this data recorded and registered, but maybe it's not useful or is not associated to any event that you want to try to predict. In this case, we recommend to start with a small feasibility assessment before engaging to a really big project to be sure that the data you have can solve your problem.